Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new in this channel, you are very much welcome. My name is Blessing and you have not subscribed to this channel. I don't know what you are waiting for. Please hit on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you will be notified. So guys, if to my old subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back. I don't take that for granted, guys. I don't take it for granted at all. So in today's class, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful gown. This is inspiration I used to recreate mine. You can see it come out very well and beautiful. So if you find this video helpful at the end of this video, please give it a thumbs up so that my video will get to reach many people. So without wasting of time, let's get started. Welcome back, guys. This is a fabric. This is about 3 years of fabric and the pattern paper and the instruments I will be using for this class. So first thing I will be doing is just to draw a starting line, and this line here will serve as my starting line. So guys, from this line, like I said, this is a shoulder line. So from this line here, I will take all my vertical measurements. The first measurement I will be taking is from my shoulder to my chest line. Still maintaining that line, I will take my bust point line, which is my nipple point. From there to my under bust measurement. After under bust measurement, I will take my waist measurement. So this is exactly waist measurement I'm marking now. So now guys, for me to have a straight line, I will repeat the mark that I marked so that I will have a straight line. So now I will use my straight ruler now to connect the dots together. So guys, after ruling all my lines, I will just go ahead to label. That's my shoulder line, chest line, bust point line, my under bust line, and the waistline as well. So now the first measurement I will be taking is my horizontal measurement. So now I will be taking my shoulder measurement divided by 2, and I will place what I have there. I will come to the chest line and repeat what I marked at the shoulder line. After marking, I will make it a straight line like this. So now we have a straight line now. So now the next step is to take my neckline. So for this neckline, I will be using 4 inches for the width of the neckline. So for the depth line, I will be using 3 for now, but I will still alter it later. After that, I will use my ruler to connect it together. So from there now, I will come to this line here and mark 1 inches from the shoulder line down to 1 inches. That is for the shoulder slope. And I will connect it to meet the neckline. So now we now have our shoulder slope. So now the next step is to divide my bust measurement by 4, and I will come to this chest line and place what I have there. After making the noise there, I will leave that part for now and come over to this line and mark what I have and measure the midpoint there. Then after the midpoint, I will come in by 0.5 inches for me to have my armhole. For this now, I will be using my marker so that it will be more visible for us to see. So from these three dots, I will just connect it together. Ends at the shoulder slope. So this is our armhole now for the front armhole. So guys, the next step is to mark our nipple to nipple measurement. I will mark it from the waist down to the up to the bust points. After marking, I will rule it together. I will connect all the dots together using a straight ruler. So now we now have our nipple to nipple line now. So now from there now I'll come over to this shoulder here and I will divide what I have on the shoulder into two and look for the midpoint there. So after getting the midpoint now, I will just connect it to meet the nipple to nipple measurements. So now we've already created a straight line here. So now it's for us to take our darts. So for the waist area, I will come in on the both side of the dart leg on the nipple length by 0.75 on both sides. So after marking my 0.75 on the both sides, I will connect it down to the bust point line. So now we have taken our dart now. So the next step is to take our body measurements. I've already placed my bust measurement there. So the next measurement I will be taking is my waist measurement. After marking my waist measurement, I replace the dart intake. I replace it back. So now after that now, I will just connect the lines. I will connect my bust measurement and the waist measurement together. Just the way you see me doing now. The next step now is to come to the under bust line and divide our under bust measurement because we want to tighten the under bust now. So we will divide the under bust measurements. Then I will place what I have, divide it by 4. Then now from this line here to the notch I notched, I will measure what I have. Then I will divide it. I have 2 inches from the measurement. I have 2 inches. Then I will give half inch to the side going to the center, while 1.5 to the side going to the side. I don't know if you understand. Half inches to the center, while 1.5 to the side, because the side bust is more fuller than the center. So that is the reason why you will give the smaller to the center while the bigger number to the side. If let's assume that you have 1.5 inches, you will give 1/2 inches to the center while 1 inches to the side. Okay, so that is what I just did now. So now I will now bring out my straight ruler, then connect from the 1.5 we mark down to the dart leg like this. Then I will connect from the 0.5 inches down to the dart leg as well. So for the upper part now, I'll bring my curve ruler like this. But if you don't have a curve ruler, you can use your free hand. It's not compulsory that you will have a curve ruler, but if you have, fine. But if you don't have, you use your free hand to connect it to meet the bust point like this. Just connect it like that and connect the both sides like so. So for the upper part, we have already tightened our under bust. Okay, so let's work with the upper part. For the upper part now, I don't want my cleavage to open that much, so I mark 1 inches from the chest line up, then I make a straight line there, and that will be the upper chest line. Okay, so for the upper chest line now, I will need to tighten the upper chest line. So for me, I don't have a big bowl, so I'm using half an inch on both sides. If your bust is a kind of big, please use a 0.5 inches, and if you are on the biggest side, use 1 inches. But mine is not too big, that is why I'm using half an inch, so that it will tight, it will hold it very well. So this is me connecting my half an inch to my bust points like this. So I will connect the other side of it to the bust points. So we have correctly tightened our over bust now. So now guys, the next step now is to create our bust darts, because remember the front length is higher than the back. So for you to eliminate the that is for you to introduce your bust dart. So this is me coming out by 2 inches from my bust line, then I connect it to the bust point like this. So you can see that this part here that I'm shading is no longer needed. We're going to cut them out, and we have already replaced our dart. Please, for the upper chest line, replace your darts, please replace the darts. So for this keyhole now, I will come out by 1.5 inches from the center front like this. 1.5 inches from the center front. Then from that 1.5 inches, I will mark 4 inches. From that mark there, I will mark 4 inches to the other side. Hope you're understanding. I mark 1.5 inches from the center front like this. So from that mark there, I come out by 4 inches like this. Okay, from the starting of that 1.5 inches, I come up. So now I divide from that 4 inches, I divide into 2. Then I have the midpoint in between the 4 inches. Then from that midpoint, I come up by 2.5 inches. I come up by 2.5 inches. So now I will make a triangular shape. Then I will connect. First of all, I rule a straight line there to dedicate the midpoint of the 4 inches we mark. Then after that now, from that point, I will make a triangular shape. I am using my marker to highlight it so that you can see it well. Okay, so from there now, I will just make a triangular shape to meet these points. Please, if you are not understanding, just watch it very well. You will understand what I'm trying to say. So guys, if you have watched to this very moment and you have not liked this video, please, I will encourage you, please like this video. And also hit on the subscribe button if you have not done so. Turn on the notification bell as well. So from the upper chest line, I come up by half an inch. So from this shoulder here, I'll connect it to the half an inch I come up with as a V neckline. Like I said before, that we will alter the neckline. So this is what I mean, okay? Please guys, please like my video, share my video. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And ask question, comment on the comment section, please. So guys, we've already created our V neckline. So this part that I am shading, it's no longer needed, so we're going to cut it out. So guys, basically we are done with the front pattern. So first thing is to close our bust dart. Before you close your bust dart, you need to open one dart before closing your bust dart. So this is me cutting the nipple to nipple measurement there, line and for me to close my bust dart. Okay, so I mistakenly cut it off, but that is not an issue. I will fix it well later. So you can see me using my B zone to I'm applying my B zone so that I will use it to gum the a pattern. So you can see that I have closed my bust dart. So I will just go ahead to connect the the short what will I call it? Just look at it, you understand what I'm saying? Because the line they are not equal again, so I blend it together again. So I will just go ahead to trim out the pattern. Please note that we have not added our seam allowance. When you are transferring to your fabric, you go ahead to add your seam allowance. For this particular part now, there is no neckline for the bustier part, no neckline. So this is me cutting out the keyhole as a triangular shape, you can see. So from this half an inch we come up, I will slant my neckline. Hope you are understanding what I'm doing. So I will cut my shoulder, then I will cut out the bustier parts. Please like my video, share my video, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I will appreciate it so much. Thank you. So guys, this is it after cutting. So looking beautiful. So we'll go ahead to cut out the back pattern. So guys, here is a pattern for the back. So just like the way we did at the front, that we draw a line, a starting line, the same thing we will do to the back as well. So this is me, I've drawn out my line, and this line now will serve as my shoulder line. So from this shoulder line here, I will come down for my chest line. So I will mark my chest line there. Then after marking my chest line, I will come down for my waistline. So for the waistline for the back, I have 14 inches. So after marking, I will just take it to the other side like this and mark for me to be able to have a straight line. That is the reason why I am doing this one here. So after that, I will just connect my lines together. So I've ruled my lines. After ruling my lines, then I will label these lines. Here is my shoulder line, here is my chest line, and this other one here is my waistline. So the first thing I will be doing is to mark my zipper allowance. So I'm using zipper 1.5 inches for zipper allowance. So if you like, you use 2 inches. It totally depends on the one you really want. So I take my zipper allowance from the shoulder down to the waistline. Then I will rule it as a straight line there. So now I will just go ahead to use my marker to highlight it so that it will be more visible for us to see clearly. So guys, after ruling, I will just go ahead to write zipper at this space here for me to know that this part is a zipper allowance. So now all my measurements will start from this very line here. I will take all my measurement there. So now the first measurement I will be taking is my shoulder measurement. I will divide my shoulder measurement into 2 and mark. Then I come to the chest line and do the same thing, just the way we did to the front. The back is not that hard. It's very simple. So you just connect your lines together like this. So after connecting my line straight, I will take my neckline. You remember for the front, for the width of the neckline, we mark 4 inches. So we repeat the same thing to the back as well. So for the depth, I use 1.5. This totally depends on you. You can use 1 inches. So I try to use 1.5. Then I will just go ahead to rule it with a fresh curve like this, just as me doing now. So after ruling my lines, then I will come to this line here to mark my shoulder slope by 1 inches. Just repeat what you did at the front to the back, because the back and the front must correspond together. So the difference is that the depth of the neckline, the back is higher than the front. That's just the difference. So the shoulder slope, they must correspond, the width, the depth must correspond. Okay, so for this part here, I will divide my bust measurement by 4, sorry, by 4. Then I will mark what I have and look for the midpoint here like this. Then I mark the midpoint. I will just make a notch there. So from this notch there, I will just connect it to meet this point there. So, and I don't normally take that for my back, but if you are taking that for your back, you can go ahead to do that. But me, I don't do it. I don't take back that for my back. Okay, so this next step is to mark my waist measurement, divide by 4, and I will mark. Then I will just go ahead to connect my lines. Like I said, I don't take that for my back, but if you are doing that for back, go ahead to do it. Okay, it's also fine. So this is what I really do. So basically we are done. I'll just go ahead to write back for this pattern. Then I'll just go ahead to cut out my pattern. So this is what it looks like. So I will just go ahead to transfer my pattern to my main fabric. So guys, I have transferred my pattern to my main fabric, and this is the yoke part. I added half an inch like so, and I cut out 2 of it. I will be using the fabric for lining as well. So for this bustier, you can see I added half an inch and 1.5 inches for my stitching allowance. So the same thing goes to the back as well. So guys, this is the end of today's tutorial. In my next video, I will post where I joined it together. Please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that when I post that video, you will get notified. And if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and comment, share this video as well. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time. Bye. See you in my next video.